this is Jenny and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a comparison review between two of the most famous products from Missha, and these are the original Tension Pact Perfect Cover and their Guemsul Vitalizing Tension Pact. These two products has been very popular in Missha, and I wanted to, put together a comparison review video just for you guys to see which between the two is actually a great product. I've actually done a separate review for each one of them. You can find the link somewhere above, and if you want to see how good the finish, like the texture and all that, you can find that out in the link that I will put somewhere above. So if you guys want to find out which between the two is actually great, or which between the two is actually suitable for your liking or your skin type, just keep on watching. Now let's start with the comparison review, and I think we should start with the easiest or the most not so important stuff first. So let's start with the packaging. So between the two, I would say that, to be honest, if you would ask me, I'm not really that particular in packaging. I'm usually more after the actual product, but if I would put that as one of the category, I would say that I would go with the Guemsul Vitalizing Tension Pact, only because it has a really very elegant type of packaging. It has that rose gold type of color, and it has a really great packaging compared to this one. Although this one is not really so bad, but in terms of packaging, it's just a normal typical plastic case. But it's just a packaging, so it really depends whether you're very particular about packaging or not. Both have 3 different shades, and I think it's pretty much the same. Like they have 1, 2, and 3, and what I'm using is actually number 23, or the 3rd shade for this 2 line. It's actually the darkest among the shades that they have, so it's really not really that light, but it's actually the typical number 23 for most cushions. And I would say that if you would ask me, I prefer that they would have like a wider variation of shades, but I think it's just usual for Korean brands to just have 3 shade range for cushions, so nothing really special, so they only have 3 shades for this one. In terms of the finish, the Guemsul Vitalizing Tension Pact is more on the dewy type of finish, so it's not like a light type of dewiness. Is actually on the extreme side, to the extent that you actually would see a lot of shine on your face and it looks like oily and greasy. But with the Tension Pact, it's kind of more semi-matte to the very lightest kind of dewiness. It does look like on the semi-matte, but it does leave a little bit of shine just so that you look very healthy and more natural looking. But if I would compare the two, I actually prefer the finish of this one because it doesn't feel sticky, doesn't feel oily, doesn't look shiny at all. But with this one, it does really look so like too shiny for me. For some people, they prefer it that way because they love the dewy type of finish, but for me, I am not really into that because I do have blemishes and pimples, and with those kind of skin type, I really think that dewy finish isn't really the way to go, because you will still see a lot of the bumps and the shininess, and you'll end up looking more oily, I would say. So yeah, between the two, in terms of finish, I prefer the Tension Pact Original. In terms of the feeling on the face, I would go with the original Tension Pact cover, Perfect Cover, only because it doesn't feel sticky at all, and I think it does contribute a lot in terms of the type of finish. And with the Guemsul Tension Pact being very dewy type of finish, it really does give your face a lot sticky and more oily compared to this one. So in terms of the actual feeling, I would really go with the Tension Pact Original Perfect Cover, only because it does really give your face a non-sticky feeling, and it does feel light even though it does have that high coverage. So I think that I would go with this one. The Guemsul Vitalizing Tension Pact is more on the light to medium type of coverage, and even if you put 2 layers of this product, you still can see that blemishes and those dark spots. So you still have to put concealer when you're actually using this one. I think it's good for some people because they want to look more natural. So I think some people would actually prefer this one. But for me, I actually prefer the Tension Pact Original Perfect Cover, only because this has a very medium to high coverage and leaning more towards the high coverage. As soon as you put the first layer on top of your face, it actually pretty much covered all of my blemishes, my pimples and dark spots, and I can even skip concealer with this one. So I really like the Tension Pact Original Perfect Cover, and I think that if I would compare the two of them, I would really still go with this one. So in terms of the longevity and staying power, this one I rated it in my previous video as about 5 to 6 out of 10, and I rated this one as, I would say, about 8 or 9 out of 10, and only because I've actually tried using this on the same number of hours basically, and it's around about 13 hours or 12 hours, and this one actually performed really good, and I can really still see my face with, you know, it really covered up pretty much everything even after 13 hours. But with this one, I started to see a little bit of fading after 4 or 5 hours. I didn't really like how that actually looked like. So if I would compare both, I would still go with this one in terms of the long-lasting and staying power. In terms of consistency and texture, both have exactly the same texture and consistency that is more on the fluid to creamy type of foundation. So as soon as you dispense the product on your puff, it actually dispenses like in a kind of like a creamy slash fluid type of consistency. But with this Tension Pact Perfect Cover, it does perform like a foundation, like liquid type of foundation, but with this one, you can really tell that it does perform just like any other cushion that that is actually very light coverage. But with this one, I felt like I was using a foundation, which I absolutely love. So for you guys to see how well this Tension Pacts can actually cover up your blemishes or any imperfections, I will actually do a demonstration on how you'll be able to cover up this thing here that I've done. So basically this is an eyeliner, brown mascara there, kind of imitating freckles or something. So I wanted to show you guys quickly how well the two products can actually cover the same amount of product basically. So what I'll do is on this side I will do the original Tension Pact Perfect Cover, and for this side I'll be using the Guemsul Vitalizing Tension Pact. So let's start with the original Tension Pact first. So what I did is I just pat lightly the puff into the mesh, and as you guys can see, one pad can actually cover the whole thing pretty well. So it does really perform like a very high coverage foundation. So you can still see a little bit of the eyeliner there, the black eyeliner, but the brown spots that I created actually disappeared, so it actually covered that pretty well. So you guys can really tell that this product has a very high coverage, and I really love it. So the same thing, I'm dispensing the product lightly on the puff, and so the first application, you can tell that it did cover up pretty lightly the eyeliner and the brown spots that I created, but it's actually very light. You can still see the black spot very strongly. So I think even if you build it up, it's still going to, you're still going to see it visibly. So as you can see, you can still tell that there are some brown spots around the black eyeliner, so it really didn't cover that well. So if I would put it side by side, you can tell that the original Tension Pact covered it pretty well compared to this one. So both are actually just one layer of the product, but you can really tell that at least with this one, it was able to cover up that brown spots, but with this one, you can still see the brown spots around that eyeliner. So I would really go with the original Tension Pact in terms of the coverage. It really did perform really well. So yeah, that's it side by side. So guys, I guess the winner for this two product is actually the original Tension Pact Perfect Cover. I think this ticks a lot of the boxes for myself, or I don't know for you guys, but for me, it actually ticks a lot of the boxes that I require for a cushion or a foundation. It has a long lasting and staying power, and it's high coverage, it's not sticky, and it doesn't have that dewy kind of look on your face. It just really performs really well, and it has a higher SPF compared to the Guemsul Vitalizing Tension Pact. So I really think that if you would ask me, I would actually buy the original Tension Pact compared to the Guemsul Vitalizing Tension Pact. And also the price point, I think this one is much cheaper, like $10 cheaper or $12 cheaper than the Guemsul one. So I think this is one of the best, and there's a reason why a lot of people has been really talking about this product, because it is really a great product. I hope that you find this comparison review very helpful to you guys in deciding which between the two should you purchase. And if you find this video very helpful, please hit the like button, and if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, and please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is down below, and if you guys want to share with me your thoughts about two of this product, or if you just want to ask me some question, just leave me a comment below, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!